Some people think that taking an online course or hiring a coach is a bad thing. But one of the best things that I've done is hire a coach. And I've hired my third one now within a year because it has helped me to grow. The third one that I hired, I really do like. I really do feel like it's helped me the most and it's helped me to grow and learn so much about myself and take a step back and realize that I'm not doing some things right. And that's okay. You are going to hit roadblocks, many of them, when you are trying to start your own online business and coaching. A lot of things I teach on here is mainly about hair. Now, I know that you may think, why am I going to hire a coach for my hair growth? Because I feel like you're doing so many things, nothing is working. You're listening to so many different advice on social media. You're listening to this person, that. And yes, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of my advice from people on social media, a lot of great advice out there. I take some, I leave some. If it works for me, if it doesn't, I move on. But you got to do what works for you and invest in yourself. And so with hair growth, a lot of times we are too embarrassed to say anything, especially as women. If you are shedding and balding and you don't understand why, other than the normal shedding, the telogen anagen phase where you do lose some hair, it grows back at certain times or certain times of the year, and you are dealing with it just chronically. You've been to the doctor, you've got blood work, you know that your vitamins are where they should be, you're not low on iron, you're not low on any type of vitamin D, but you know that you are just shedding hair. Well, it is really hard to say, oh, less stress, don't stress, because yes, you could take measures to not stress out. Trust me, I know. But you could let it overtake you. Just things that you're going through everyday life. You could be suffering from some type of loss, breakup, heartache, job losses. I mean, the list goes on, and you could be shedding hair from that. So things do happen in your life. If you are shedding and you know that you've been chronically just going through chronic depression or any type of thing like that, just get the help you need. I mean, take the measures for that. I don't teach on that, but I do know that a lot of contributors are from that. So, do different things, working out, taking long walks, having some time to be by yourself. Go get a massage, read a book, go to a cafe, just something that you can do to decompress. Go to the mountains, sit in front of water. Water is very calming. There are a lot of things that you can do, but I've been through this 4 times in my adult life with balding in my hair, and it's mainly always been in the front 2 spots here. And I noticed recently that I was starting to shed a little bit on this side. And I started using my homemade hair oil that I do sell. I have my own business for that, which I've kind of stepped back a little bit from. I just haven't been pushing it. But that's really helped my hair to grow in some baby hairs. It does have MSM and some other very beneficial ingredients. So I did start doing that again because granted, I do use my hair oil. I was using it religiously for a year and a half and my first hair growth. I started weaning off a little bit from it using all my other stuff, but I still used it. It just was, here and there, but I would use it still. So I started incorporating that back into my hair routine. And you do go through phases where you slack a little, you get lazy, you get tired. But if you're the face of your business or you're in front of people, you have to show up. You really are embarrassed to be shedding hair and balding. Losing hair is really, really devastating. And it is just something that as women, we value our hair because we know as women, that's just the way it is. And so you could be going through postpartum hair through perimenopause and your hair is shedding. So there are so many things that you could do. This is why I put out my hair course to help you ladies on the struggles of just going through everyday stuff like emotions and nobody there to understand us. This is why I did this. Now I do have other courses coming out. I took out some of the things in this course and I'm going to be putting in other mini courses throughout time with valuing yourself, bad relationship, just putting things out there that we as women go through. And I'm not saying men don't go through it either, but I'm just focusing more on women on my courses at this point. And anyone can take value in whatever I have to say, but This is a lot of things that we put ourselves out there. We go through toxic relationships. We go after things that are so bad. We are stuck in these toxic lifestyles or relationships, and we just don't know how to get out. And I know that you hear advice from people, but you're stuck. And I had a relationship like that. It was very toxic, very, I mean, I've had a lot of them in the past, but a certain one that I had a narcissist, and there's nothing like a narcissist relationship. They will mess you up and then some. So, this is why I put this out there for us, because I don't feel like we have enough support for us. I mean, we know people, we have family, but there's only so much that you could tell somebody that you know about it. And sometimes you don't want to tell people that you know about it. It's very private. So getting on a course, I am is the best thing. I feel like I've grown so much hiring my last coach that I just hired recently to help me grow my business. And that's something that you should be focusing on. If you want to start your own business, if you want to start something for you, you can do it. It's tough, don't get me wrong, but it's possible. Nothing is standing in the way but you, because there's days I feel like I want to give up, but I'm not going to, because I love showing up. I love when I help others, and even if it's a small amount right now, because trust me, you can take off really fast, but you want growth. You want, and it sounds like, oh, who wants slow, we want fast. But I have to remember that slow growth can be a really good thing in the long run, because you're building a community, you're building something that people want from you, and you can help them. And that is so important. A community where you come together and you help one another. I can get help from everyone as well. If you have advice to give me, or what you think, or, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. So this is why I put my hair course out. And I feel like my hair is starting to come back again. It happened maybe 2 months ago, and I started noticing a little thinning. And so, I mean, it's still there, but it can happen. It still can happen. All the things that I'm doing, even if I slack a little bit, this is a lifestyle. It's something that you have to keep up with. You can't slack on. You have to keep up with scalp massaging, even if it's just a couple days a week, or, 3 minutes for your scalp. Just try to get that stimulation going in your scalp. Try to get the blood flowing, on top of taking your vitamins and doing what you need to do. I know women do suffer from vitamin deficiency on a lot of things, vitamin D's. There's a lot of things that we lack, especially when we start losing our hormones. I do take hormone replacement therapy. I do have something in that as well on my course. A lot of people fear it, but if you're taking it in right steps and not doing the wrong steps, then it's a good thing. You are, and I always use this. I say we're like a car, and we're going on empty when we have no hormones. We get numerous of things happen to us on top of, or not only just hot flashes. You get cardiovascular disease, bone loss. I mean, the list goes on what could happen to you. So this is something that's very important, that you as a woman put this back into your system, into your body. So I did start off, and I know this video is kind of on different topics, but I did start off doing a lab corp. When I first started off, I did this all online. So there was a doctor that I found online before I knew that there was any type of help, and it's very limited, but I finally have it through my insurance and I actually go see them. But I started off online. They did all of my tests for me. I mean, the list goes on. They test where you are with your hormones. They test everything from lipids to monocytes to eos, basos, lymphs up. So I mean, there's things in here I've never even heard of, or probably can't even say. They test anything from the metallic panel, the CBC, and there's a list of them, but I'm just naming the top part because there's too many. The TSH, the thyroxine F4, hemoglobins, iodine, vitamin D. I mean, the list goes on, and what they check in your body and let you know what you're lacking, what you need to do. And some of it I got a little lax with, so I got to get back on track. For instance, a lot of water, especially in the mornings, fiber with protein. Fiber is recommended to take first. A metallic panel, 14s, the lipid panels, iron and TIBC, vitamin B12 and folate, pregnenolone, uh, I can't say that, but hemoglobin A1C. So you need to do this for yourself. You need to see where you're at and get on a guide, get on a routine, get on something that will give you, you know, a chart to do for yourself. And I don't have them any longer. I'm sure I can reach out to them again. I also did a saliva test, which that was a one-time $500 purchase, like $499, I believe. But that's where I got all this from as well. Well, they were waiting for the blood work too. I had to go do blood work. So between those two, this is where I got all this. Now, I know a lot of people just go straight to a doctor and they can get on hormone replacement therapy. This does help if you do get tested first. I would highly suggest that. And it's just really important for yourself. You really need to take those measures because no one's going to do it for you. You need to be your own advocate. I know there's still doctors telling women they don't need to be on hormones, but they don't even know because they've only had about, I think it's 6 to 7 hours on their residency of menopause. This is what some of the doctors I was watching on YouTube was saying. And this is actually coming from top doctors on YouTube that are women. They ventured off to help women because they were going through it. So let me tell you, this isn't just something that's should be taken lightly. We should not have to be living in misery. We're all going to go through menopause. Some people don't feel it, well, the start of perimenopause, and it leads into menopause, but you are still going through it. You don't have the hot flashes, you don't have anything, but your body still does not have hormones. I mean, you could even be in your early 30s and starting perimenopause, and people don't realize that. They think you have to be in your 50s, 60s, and whatever, and that's not true. So there's so many things that we are uneducated about just because we don't have the support system. Unless you go out and you start doing that research for yourself and trying to really dive in, then you're going to feel lost and alone. Now, believe me, because I did. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. We all go through it as women. I don't care. Other women could be telling you stuff, but guess what? They're not being supporters. They're not being there for you because they're going to go through it too. And same thing with aging women. Women are going to go through it. Men are going to go through it. We all shame other people for being older. You're going to get there. You're just going to get there one day. It's just the way it is. And so it's a fear of aging. So other people feel like they have to make fun of other people. And it's just really sad that that still goes on, but it does. And so, yes, this is just something that I just found again. I couldn't find where I put it, and I had an email. And some reason, I don't know if I deleted it. I know I looked in the trash. I couldn't find it, and this just popped up, and I don't know. My husband was doing some getting rid. Well, he was doing some paper cleaning and envelopes and all this stuff. He is a hoarder of mail. Let me tell you, I get a lot of my stuff online. I still get mail coming, but he has stacks. Sometimes I'm telling him, you need to go through this mail because it's piling up. I mean, I probably have like piles of mail right now all over because I'm going to try to deep clean. My dog has a little, what is it called? I think it's called backwards sneezing in dogs or something. I looked it up. So I just turned on my air purifier again. I'm ordering a mist humidifier, and poor little guy is just suffering. It's been in the last 2 days off and on, and he's never had this before. So it's kind of scary. But I will have the link down in the description for my hair course, ladies. It is something that to take advantage of it because my courses are low ticket. That's what I'm going to. I'm going to be adding some other things in there. It's going to be really exciting. I do have a option to purchase my hair tracker with it. It gives you no fluff guide. If you are scoring low on your hair, what you're supposed to be doing, then it will give you a kick in the butt and you will be able to bring that back up by following what the tracker says. And it will just tell you that you scored really low. You need to work on things, and it'll get you at least where you need to be. And I also have it underneath that link where you could purchase the tracker alone. But I highly suggest you do both because you could get the guidance that you need, and then you could have your hair tracker with it. And so it will just be something that is used anytime, the hair tracker. You could just click it on. There's something that you could click it on. You could use it every day. I would suggest you use it maybe once a week. You could use it every couple days if you want. It's just because you get that more of what you've done that week and you can see results. And it's just every day you might not be able to see the results. Anyway, you could just do it how you want on the tracker. So thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's a little longer. I hope everyone has a great rest of your morning. My hair wash day is today, so I have it a little bit, looks like really limp because I have a lot of hair oil in it right now. And I'm letting that soak in before I wash my hair. So have a great rest of your day, ladies.